spilled margarita.
Oh no. Good start, good start.
Hi, welcome to our home. My concept for this, that I'd be like a rich fancy white guy with a robe and a whiskey, but instead it's a margarita. I'm going to tell you about my artwork in this video. I did a little Instagram story poll, and everyone said that they wanted to hear the stories behind all of our artwork pieces because I've been collecting them for about 10 or so years from over the course of my life. So let's do it. Alright, so first up here we have the Eiffel Tower, obviously. I actually bought this in Rome. I was studying abroad in Rome, and I visited my friend who was studying abroad in Paris. I kept trying to find a picture of the Eiffel Tower, but they were all boring as fuck. They were just like basic paintings, and then finally I found this monochrome one that I thought was just super unique and different. I haven't seen anything like it since, so boom, that's that story. Moving on, next one. Okay, so on that same study abroad trip, I got these guys. So up there, that's Venice for people who don't recognize it. I had to haggle with a little Italian lady on the street for it, and I eventually got her down to 10 euros. I'm very proud of that. And then these are also in Paris. If you go to Paris, like pretty much on the river, just like in the main area, you'll see a lot of art stalls selling books and art and stuff. So if you want to find prints like that, that's where you can find these. I don't know why, but this just makes me laugh. Like, I just can't explain it, but it just makes me laugh every time, every single time. So that's why I had to buy that. And then this one we got this when we road tripped out here, right? Was this in
Wall drag.
Wall drug, there we go. I remember it was South Dakota. So we're from Wisconsin originally, and then we moved out here to San Francisco and we road tripped there, and I picked this up in Wall drug, which you probably know from bumper stickers. I just thought it was really pretty and super unique. Okay, so I love the story behind this one. I went to China, this has to be what, like 6 years ago with my sister. She's adopted from there, so when I graduated college, we decided to do like a fun little girls trip there. This is a hand-painted scroll that I got for $40, and it was so funny because the woman did not want to sell it to me because she was just convinced that $40 was way too much money for someone to buy. I think she actually maybe started at like $60 and I got her down to $40, and I don't know if it was some weird psychological like selling trick, but I really I got the impression that she like thought that I should not be spending $40 on a piece of artwork because I looked like a child. Yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot. It's nice and big, and I think it's really pretty. So I love this. So again, as I mentioned, we're both from Wisconsin. You can zoom in if you want to see. So this was a piece of the newspaper from 2014 where someone designed icons for all the Wisconsin things. So if you are from Madison, you probably recognize what a lot of these icons are. So a little homage to home. And then up here is my childhood home. Oop, that is falling off. I will have to fix that. That is my childhood house that Robin and I actually got married at. So my mom commissioned someone to paint that. This isn't the original, this is just a print, which is good because it feels like it's gonna fall off at the next earthquake. Okay, my octopus up here. I drew this and I made this, you guys. So this is a 3D printed octopus thing. This was my personal branding for a while before I started blogging, and I was really into octopi for a while, I guess. So I made that myself. All right, boom. Okay, over here. A store near my old work was having a massive sellout, like blowout sale of things, and it was either something like D's nuts or FYI, so I went with FYI, though I think I've always like low-key regretted not buying D's nuts, to be honest. I don't know. I think all in all this was like $10 of letters. Okay, so this one is an actual painting too. Most of my artwork are prints, but this is an actual painting. I picked this up in Peru. So I went there in high school on a Spanish trip, and one of the places that we visited was a local university like art class there. So this was painted by a Peruvian university student, I don't know, like circa 2008, I want to say, and I brought it back and I had it framed, and I really like it. It's like of the streets of Cusco, which is right by Machu Picchu. So if you ever go, this might look familiar. And then here, which I love, this is a painting that one of Robin's friends painted for us as a wedding present. And I know it's a little scary, but I really love it at the same time. And I like how it's like actually a real painting too. Thank you, Ryan. All right, over here. No one. Okay, so this is like my big gallery wall. If you haven't figured it out, I'm kind of going for like a Hogwarts hallway sort of vibe in here, but obviously the paintings aren't talking at you because we're not magical, unfortunately. But I really like the idea that all the paintings can kind of speak memories to you. So that's why they're kind of all mosaiced like this, is because I'm really leaning into that Hogwarts vibe. Okay. So we'll start over here. This is a hand-painted parchment paper thing that I got in Mexico. My other study abroad, because I'm an overachiever, it was in Cuernavaca in Mexico. So this is just from a market. This one is actually a bunch of photos that my grandpa took. He passed away a couple of years ago, and when everyone was cleaning out his things, I kind of rated all the photos I liked. So he grew up in very rural Wisconsin, in Cobb, Wisconsin, so a lot of these are kind of documenting like the 30s and the 40s in that area, which I thought was really cool. Right here is a picture of Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, a trip I went on during my study abroad thing, though I never have actually been inside of this. All of my friends went inside, but I don't know, I just like really didn't want to go in until it's finished for two reasons. One, I don't know, I think like seeing unfinished things, just, you want to see it finished. It's like a thing. Plus also I really wanted to make sure I got back to Barcelona at some point in my life, and I knew if I didn't go inside Sagrada Familia, I'd be compelled enough to make it a priority to go back. So hopefully by like 2026 it's done. If you don't know, this cathedral has been being built for like 100 years, legitimately 100 years. So we'll see. Down below is Seattle. So this is one of our first trips together after we moved out here, right, Robin?
I think so.
Yeah, so we found cheap flights up to Seattle. Yeah, like December 2015, I want to say. Maybe even 14, but yeah, so this is just kind of like, I picked these up at Pike Place that kind of...
It's 15, I think.
Yeah, make me feel Pike Place. Boom. This, how do you say this, Robin?
Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein.
Or Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein Castle. I can never pronounce it. This was part one of our honeymoon. So we went to Germany, Ireland, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and England. This was part one. Then I picked up the Sprint. This is New York City. I actually found this painting at a garage sale in high school, and I kind of had it in my bedroom for years. So I bought this even before I went to New York, and then I just thought it was really pretty, and then I kept it, I guess. So this is something I've had probably for like 15 years. All right, so up here, this is Don Quixote. So if you study Spanish, you probably remember him. He was a little schizophrenic and liked to fight windmills. But I picked this up also on that same Mexico study abroad trip, and this was $10, 10 American dollars. It's hand painted panels. Mexico. So it's got a little damage in some of the moves, but I just thought it was way too fun and pretty to pass up. Just keep on coming. Okay, so this is another one from China. These are prints though, just kind of China through the seasons. I just think they look all pretty together. This is, God, where did I pick this up? I think this is a local artist to Mount Horeb, where I grew up. I vaguely remember buying this when I was like 14 at an art fair downtown, you know, like a small downtown. So I'm not actually sure where that's from, but it's pretty, right? We're almost done, don't worry. His arms are getting tired.
Oof.
Okay, so I volunteered on Obama's campaign in 2008. I wasn't allowed to vote yet because I was like 17, 16, but I did calls for people, and I got to take home posters, and I really wish I brought more of them home. I wish I like smuggled more of them back, because I have a feeling in like 50 years these might be like worth something, but for now I have this one that we shall take care of. Alright, so State Street, Madison, Wisconsin, downtown. Used to hang out here all the time in high school. It was like the fun place we'd go to. And yeah, it's just like a homage to where we grew up. Summer in Madison. And last but not least, oh my goodness. As you remember, this is one of the places that we went to on our honeymoon, but this was not my first time to Ireland. Right after high school, I ran away to Ireland for a 2-week trip by myself. I had meant to go with a friend on a big European like backpacking trip, but she bailed on me pretty last minute. So I said, fuck it, let's go by myself, and it was fun. I couch surfed the whole way. We went back for our honeymoon, and this is when we bought this at the Guinness factory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is it. That is my Hogwarts hallway. Most of these were in our kitchen, which if you are following along, we're kind of redoing our kitchen right now in a renter-friendly kitchen makeover. I'll pop the link to that video when it's up. And I'll also make sure to link the blog posts in my caption if you want to go check those out. So yeah, I moved them all into the hallway for just something fun and different, and I like it. You like it, right, Robin?
I do.
I kind of like the towering feeling, and hallways are great for things like this because they're just you're just moving through them, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you found this interesting. I sure had fun wearing a robe and talking at you. And I don't know if you know the drill. Subscribe, follow on Instagram, yada yada yada.